Hello and welcome to Stitch by Stitch episode 3, my series where I'm going through all the stitches I know and will know eventually in the future, hopefully. Recording them for learning purposes if I forget later on. So in today's video I'm going to go through chain stitch. I know two versions of how to do chain stitch. I call them normal or forward and backwards chain stitch. I'm not sure if that's their technically correct names, but that's what I call them, so that's what I'm going to refer to them as today. If you do know the actual name of them, let me know in the comments below. That would be really helpful. But anyway, let's get into it, shall we? Chain stitch is all about making little loops and joining them together. That's essentially what makes a chain. So your first stitch, you want to come up and go down close as possible to you, and then create a loop. It should sit upright, well, in the direction that you want to go. And then to do the next step of the chain stitch, thread your needle through the loop, and create another loop. So your needle comes up and goes down inside the loop and will be secured by this loop when the next loop is in. Yeah, just making my loops a little bigger than necessary so that it's more visible to what I'm doing. But really you can make these loops as big or little as you desire. And so there you can see the chain forming, and you just continue to make little loops connected by little loops until it's as long as you want it. Once your chain stitch is as long as you want it to be, to finish it off you pull one last loop down close, and then this time instead of doing the loop inside, loop it around. So one stitch is in the loop, one stitch is just on the other side, which will then a normal stitch, hold it in place. Now it can't go anywhere. And that's how to do your normal chain stitch. But you can also do chain stitch backwards. So two methods, they create exactly the same result, it's just whichever one works best for you. So to begin the backwards chain stitch, create a loop, secure it like you did the last stitch of the previous chain stitch, so through on the inside and then down on the outside. And then to create the next loop, come through, thread your needle through the first loop. Pull it tight and go back down where you came up. And there's your first stitch. Simple as that. This one is a little easier in the fact that you're not going to accidentally pull your stitch all the way through while you do it. And to finish the backwards chain stitch, all you do is one last loop. Make it pretty, put it down the same place it came up. And that's it. All you have to do. And tie a knot at the back. Otherwise, all your hard work will come undone. So there you go. Apart from my stitch length, you can see it's the same stitch whether you do it forwards or backwards. It really just depends on which one is more comfortable for you. So there we go, chain stitch both forward and backwards. Each one is different in how it feels. Like one, for me, backwards seems easier than forwards, but I'm sure a lot of people find the forwards one much easier. So I think it's all down to personal preference. So give them both a go and let me know which one you decide to use. If this video was helpful to you in your stitching journal, please consider subscribing if you haven't and liking this video. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!